Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life and love coach. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to ask for some guidance from Spirit. I'm going to ask for 5 steps to get the person that you're thinking about to commit to you. We want to know why he keeps saying he doesn't want to be in a relationship, or he keeps giving excuses, or it's not moving forward, and what we can be doing differently to move this relation forward, or whether Spirit has some other guidance and advice for you. So let's get started. I did pull some cards that correlate, some tarot cards that correlate with each of the steps. So stay with me if you want to know some 5 steps to getting your person to commit to you. So let's see what Spirit has for us today. Okay. So I gave this some thought, and because I keep getting asked this over and over again, I am a love coach. I am an intuitive love coach. I work with a lot of people looking to bring love into their life, looking to see where their relationships are going, the next step. And I get asked the same questions over and over again. Okay. I have met somebody that, it's going great. And then all of a sudden they start throwing things out at me like, I'm not sure if I want a relationship. Let's just see where this goes. Let's take this slow. I'm not sure what I want. And all of a sudden, all these excuses start coming out of the woodwork. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I thought we were off to a good start. So let's start with step number 1. Step number 1, I chose the 2 of Cups because that is the first step in our connection, okay? That is, we meet. We have something in common. We feel this instant connection with each other. We are instantly drawn to each other. There's chemistry there. We can talk about anything. You know, we think that this is great. You know, I finally have met somebody that I am connecting with, talking to, interested in. When we look at each other, there's chemistry, there's attraction. I love everything about this person. This person's charming. Okay. This is somebody that I really want to be with them. 2 of Cups. It's like a fairy tale. I just met them. We're doing everything together. We look in each other's eyes. We can't get enough of each other. So the first mistake is that we are giving them too much attention, that we have made it easy for them, that we are always available to them, that when they say, hey, what do you do? And you're saying, hey, I'm available, because you're excited about this connection and you want to be with them. And all of a sudden you're with them all the time. And we go from just meeting them to we're together all the time. Now, this is a person who we would assume is got their act together, okay? They are secure. They may be an alpha male or high masculine energy. They have a good job. They're handsome. They are good looking. They're charming. And we're very into them. So we think, wow, this person wants to spend all this time with me. And we're always available. We're always at their beck and call. If you text, you respond right away because you think that that's what they want. You think that that is what is going to keep them going. And what happens is this kind of an energy that is very secure. You know, they've got everything else in their life is going their way. They get bored. It's too easy for them. You're always available for them. You are always at their beck and call. You know, if they say, hey, you want to go out on Friday night, you are available. You're not doing anything else. You're like, yeah, what time? So they get bored because they want to chase. everything that they've done up until this point in their life, they've had to work really hard for. Okay. So out of their mouths will come things like, I put myself through school. I have good grades. I work out before work. I work out 4 days a week. I have a good job. I work 60 hours a week. I pay all my bills. I'm saving for a house. They have worked for everything that they have earned, and they feel this level of achievement. They feel this level of success. And that's why you're attracted to them, because they're a good catch, right? So you don't want to make it too easy for them. You want to know that you are interested in them. You want to know that there's a connection here, and you want them to know that, yes, when you guys look at each other, there's chemistry and you feel something and you have a lot in common and you can talk about a lot of things. But you want to make sure that they do not become your whole world, okay? You want to make sure that you don't stop the other things in your life that were important to you before this energy came into your life, and that you don't just throw yourself into this person because you think this is the person I'm supposed to be with, and I'm just going to give it my all, and I'm going to just fall in love and happily ever after, and it's everything that I ever wanted. And meanwhile, they got bored, because this energy, somebody who says to you, I'm not sure if I want a relationship, what they're really saying is, I want to keep all my options open in case something better comes along. So you want to be that you were the something better, that there isn't a better option than you, right? And because they're going to get bored and they're going to start looking for the next shiny object. So the first thing that I want you to do is don't give them too much attention. Now, just stay with me through the 5 steps, okay? I don't want you to play mind games. I don't want you to play games. I don't want you to, do something you don't feel comfortable with. But I also want you to continue to live your life that you normally do, with your normal schedule, with your normal routine. And then I want you to bring this person into those around you. Okay. Not that it's all about them and their schedule and that, oh my God, they're available Friday night, so I'm going to make myself available. If you're not available Friday, you say, I'm available Saturday. Can I see you Saturday? Let them adjust to you. Let them feel like they have to go out of their way to accommodate you somehow. All right, so that's step number 1. And I know that you're thinking, yeah, but I just met this perfect person and I want to be with them and it's so exciting and I love that we're always together. They're going to get burnt out very quickly, and they're going to think that, oh my God, how did I get into this relationship so fast? I don't want to be in a relationship, because they're so used to saying that. They're so used to saying to people, let's just see where this goes. I'm not sure what I want. Because they're focusing on all these other areas of their life that they are very successful in. So let's see what step number 2. All right, so we all got that, right? So stay with me. We're trying to get you there. All right, so step number 2 is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Now, my Knight of Cups is charming, right? My Knight of Cups is my romance, my knight in shining armor. Look at all that I have to offer you. Look at what I have. Okay. And they do all the right things. They do all the right things. They wine and dine you. They text you sweet nothings. They tease you. They flirt with you. They say and do all the right things. Now, you are working with theoretically an alpha male who's used to getting what they want. They have trained. They have done this before. They know how to charm a woman. They know how to flirt with a woman. They know how to treat a woman right. And they're going to do all of those things. And we do want those things. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, be happy when somebody sends you flowers, or you shouldn't be happy when somebody sends you a text message in the middle of your day just saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. But they're good at what they do. They are. And they've done it before, and they will do it again unless they catch you. So it's this sense of don't fall too fast for them. Don't let all their tricks work. Keep them guessing a little bit. Okay? Don't be like, oh my God, like swooning over them because you've never had anybody charm you this much. You've never had anybody treat you this good before. You can keep that to yourself. You can be grateful. You can be happy that this person is giving you all this attention. But don't be, like spilling your guts of, like how you're feeling right out of the gate. And, oh my God, I'm falling in love with you. And I've never felt this way before. And you're so romantic. He has to earn your love. He has to earn your love. It's not just a series of, if I do this, this, and this, she's going to, be hooked. He has to earn your love. And just be a little bit wary of, I'm not saying that they're not sincere. I'm not. But there are people out there that this is the level that they love. They love this level. They love the chase, the romance. I'm handsome. I'm successful. I'm all pulled together. I want to see if this woman wants to be with me. And if this woman wants to be with me right out of the gate, they're like, yeah, I caught them. It was fun. And then they move on to the next one and they do it again. It's an ego boost. It's it's stroking their ego. So I don't want you to fall for it. I want you to accept the charm, accept that they're giving you all this attention, but just assume that they've done this before and they will do it again. Like what makes you different? Are they doing anything different for you? Or is it their kind of routine of this is how they kind of hook a woman? Is this their routine? This is, if I do these things, they swoon. So just be a little bit cautious of my knight in shining armor, of my Prince Charming. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Okay. If this guy's doing all the right things, never makes a mistake, never says anything that would be upsetting. I mean, just, you know what? He's been practicing and he's very good at what he does. He loves the chase. He loves catching somebody. So we want to just be careful that we don't fall too fast for him. All right. Because it's easy, when somebody's giving us all this attention and they are showing us, they're flirting for us and they're giving us deep eye contact and they're holding our hand and they're just, it's everything that we wish for. And we think this is it. This is the real thing, right? So just be aware of they're very good at what they do. Okay. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing because you may fall in love with this person and maybe the person that you end up spending the rest of your life with in these days would be beautiful and wonderful. But we don't want to fall for the person that this is what they love to do. That they love to start something with somebody, use all their charms, and then they catch them, and then they turn right around and they say, I'm not sure I want to be in a relationship. It's not you, it's me. So if you're hearing those things, or this is resonating with you, or somebody has said that to you in the past, or one of your friends is hearing that right now, two can play this game is how I feel. Two can play this game. All right, so let's see what number 3 is. Let's see what Spirit has for us for number 3. So that was number 2. Step 2. Step 3, I chose the Knight of Wands. Look at him pumping his chest. You slept with him too fast. If you did. You gave in. You went right from the charm to intimacy because you thought that that's what they wanted. You thought that you guys were moving forward. You thought that this is what, was the next step. And there's this incredible passion. He's come into your life. He desires you. He wants you. Wants to be with you all the time. And all of a sudden you're realizing, like, maybe the only time I'm with this person is when it's convenient for them and they want to be with me physically. And you think, well, if I'm with them physically and I'm with them intimately, they must care about me. They must want to be with me. They must want to move this to the next relationship. So we have this kind of wild, passionate period of time, usually in the beginning. And all of a sudden out of the woodwork comes, I love being with you, but I don't want to limit myself. I'm not ready to say you're the only person I'm going to be with. I hope you understand. You're like, what are you talking about? You're sleeping with me. You're going to sleep with other people. But the passion is so high and they've been so charming and so convincing that you are thinking that, if they weren't sleeping with me, they wouldn't want me. And if I'm with them physically and intimately, then I'm going to change their mind. Believe it or not, I want you to do the opposite. One, I don't want you to jump into bed with them too fast. Two, I want you to put boundaries around when you're with them. Don't allow this relationship to be that they come over to your home and it's just, a hookup and then we don't see them for a week. But you know what? There's charming little text messages. I miss you, babes. And there's all these things in between that are kind of trying to hook you all the time. But if you really look at how you spend your time with this person, is it just an intimate relationship with this kind of hope that it's going to be more? But this person is saying to you things like, I can only see you once a week. Really? Let me come to your house because I'm tired. I worked all day. I don't really want to go out. Which means let's just come to your house and you know what? We'll fool around. That's good for me. Is that good for you? And it's not. You deserve more self-respect. You deserve more, somebody really respecting your body and the boundaries of when that person is in your life. So setting boundaries is your step 3, and it's going to be hard, especially if you really like this person, because when you're with them, it feels amazing, right? You feel like they love you. They're making love to you, and are you confusing being made love to are you confusing the intimacy with love? Are they making love to you because they want to be in a committed relationship with you, or are they wanting to be with you physically? And you're hoping that it becomes more. And if I'm not with him physically, then he's not going to want me. Right. But you may not want him if that's all he's offering. So boundaries are very important. Setting boundaries with my Knight of Wands. My Knight of Wands comes on strong. He charges in. He's filled with passion and desire. He turns me on. He is focused on me. He wants me. And it feels amazing. But it doesn't feel amazing if it's not attached to thoughts in your mind along the lines of, where are we going? What am I doing? I don't feel good afterwards when I think about it. I feel like I was just used. So if any of those feelings are coming through, it's a sense of, what's going on in this connection? Is this all about him and not about me? That's always what you need to be asking yourself in any relationship. But my Knight is filled with passion and I can't help but be drawn to him. I can't. It's exciting. And I feel like I need it also. but not if it's hurting me. Not if it's hurting me. My feminine energy wants more. My feminine energy says, I want to be nurtured. I want to be loved for my insides, not just my body. I want more. So you've got an alpha male that is used to getting what they want. They've charmed you. They have a great connection. They find things in common with you. They can talk about things. They say the right things. And the next thing you know, you're in this intimate relationship with them and they're saying, I don't know what else I want. This is good for me right now. Isn't it good for you? You're like, you know what? I don't know. I don't, it doesn't feel good. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought that if we were making love, it was just going to get better. I thought you were going to say you were my boyfriend. I could say I'm your girlfriend. And they just keep spinning it back to themselves with, I don't know what I want. I'm not ready for a relationship is usually the line. I'm not ready for a relationship, which again is code for, I want to keep all my options open. This is working. I like sleeping with you. I like what we have right now. It's fun. It's exciting. Don't ruin it. So let's see what step number 4 is. Okay. So if this is striking a bell, let me know. Hit the like button, comment below. It may be a lesson in hard love from Spirit with these cards, but you know what? We do need to know. We need to know what these men or women are thinking. So step number 4 is the Hermit. Right? The Hermit. So everything's been going great. We've been spending all this time together. We've been really, really intimate with each other. We have been hot and heavy, can't get enough of each other. And then all of a sudden he says, I need my space. I need time. I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to report into you. I don't want to have to tell you what I'm thinking or doing all the time. And they back off and they pull away. And your first response is, oh my God, I'm losing them. You know, oh my God, they don't want to be with me anymore. And we go into this panic mode of how do I get them back? What are they thinking and feeling? And maybe I shouldn't have said no to them the last time they wanted to come over. And what they are saying is they need time alone. They don't want somebody to tell them what to do. Okay. They don't want to have, you know, if you say, well, where were you? Why didn't you call? They don't want to hear that. Okay. They are an alpha male who is successful in these other areas of their life, business, their money, their health, how they look. Okay. And they don't want anybody, certainly not a new girl or boy, to come into their energy and say, you know, why didn't you call? I haven't heard from you. That is like a slice of death right there. That is I'm not doing this. See, I'm just going to move on to the next one because the chase was fun, right? The charming you was fun. The getting you into bed fast was fun. So as soon as it turns into nagging, asking, controlling, expectations about, you know what, I spent the last 3 Friday nights with you, and now all of a sudden you don't want to spend this Friday night with me? Why? And as soon as you ask why, they back off because they don't want to be told what to do. They're losing control. They want somebody that trusts them, that doesn't question them, that allows them to do what they need to do, allows them the space. So if you have a tendency to want to know what that person is doing all the time when they're not with you, and that's important to you, that's going to be very difficult with this kind of an energy. somebody who I would consider a good catch. So they need to know that they can trust you, because if they can't trust you, or they don't feel like you trust them, more importantly, you don't trust them, it makes you look insecure. And they're very secure. They don't want to be with somebody that whines. They don't want to be with somebody that says, you know, I haven't heard from you in 3 or 4 days and I don't know what to think anymore. And they'll say, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not reporting into you. I'm not going to let you know. We're not in that kind of a relationship. So they go off into their man cave. They go off into their, I need space. I need time. I'll reach out to you when I'm ready. And let them go. Let them go and have that space. And when they come back, just say, okay, so, you know, let's have some fun. Let's get to know each other. Let's spend some time, because we're just dating. We're just learning about each other, even if we've been intimate. We're trying to learn about each other. We're trying to see, you know, not only this amazing kind of fluff in the beginning, this charm and fun, but we want to know when things get tough, how do they react? Do they run away? Do they pull away? Do they say, I don't want to talk about it? You know, like that's none of your business. You know, so we want to know, for the big picture, is this somebody that when I question something or when I ask anything, how do they react to it? But we don't want to push them. They don't want to have a nagging girlfriend. They don't want to have a girlfriend that says, you know, you didn't respond to my text. Where were you? Okay. They don't want to have some kind of time element that they have to respond in a certain amount of time. What if they were busy doing something else? It just makes you look insecure. Okay. It makes you look desperate, because you do become a little bit desperate in this stage. You do. You know, you just went from somebody giving you all kinds of attention and being together all the time in incredible hot intimacy to them saying, I need some space. So you do look desperate, because you want back that. You thought that when we were kind of wild and crazy, that was just going to continue. So back off a little bit and refocus on you. Take that time to, again, always be, I have a life outside of this person. I had a life before this person came into my life. Okay. And don't obsess over what they're thinking and feeling. Don't obsess over, you know, what they're doing, when they're going to call. Because right now you're trying to determine, is this somebody that when things get tough, how do they react? Do they talk about things, or do they just pull away and go into their hermit energy and just turn their back and say, I want to be alone? And that's their answer to everything. You know, like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to talk it out. I don't want to be there and be available to you on that level. I want to be on the level of, it's just all fun and games. It's just all, you know, high passion and don't you want me and aren't I charming? So when they say, I want some space, give it to them. Bye-bye. They'll probably come back, but don't chase them. Just remember, they want to chase you. They want to be with somebody that is secure, that doesn't look desperate to them, that wants to be with them, but isn't desperate to be with them. And they want to come back to you on their own terms. They may decide that they miss you. Maybe they haven't been with you for a little while. And all of a sudden they go, you know what? I really enjoy being with her. Let me reach back out to her and let's see if we can spend some time together. Okay. So let them have that space. Let them have that space. They do need to feel like they're in control. The space is for them to regroup. The space is for them to be in a place where they feel like they are in charge of their own decisions and their own destiny again. And that somebody, even if it's a female that they're sleeping with, that is not somehow dictating what they're doing next in their life. So that's the first thing they do, is they pull back and regain that control, especially an alpha male that's a good catch, who knows that they can be with a lot of different people. But you want to be with this person because you have a lot in common. You're very attracted to this person, and you think that they would be a perfect person in the long term for you. So the trust is important. Trust them. When they don't talk to you, when they aren't communicating with you for a few days, you haven't heard from them, don't question them when you get back on the phone with them. Like, what have you been doing? Why haven't I heard from you? Just pick up where you left off and say, oh, I'm glad to hear from you. What's up? How you doing? So that they don't feel like they are, reporting in is the biggest thing. They don't want to report in. They really don't. Especially if there's somebody that, they are this perpetual bachelor kind of energy. They like being single. They like, and there's a lot of people, a lot of women who have tried to catch them over the years. So you need to be different than anything that they've ever had before. And the number one thing is that you can trust them and that you're not nagging them. So let's look at step number 5. Step number 5 is the 4 of Wands. Now, this is all about you. We've talked a lot about them. What is it that you want? This is your future. So that time of hermiting that they gave us was also a time for you. It gave you a time to think about, what kind of person do I want to be with? Do I want to be with somebody that pushes me away when something comes up? Do I want to be with somebody for the long run? Is this person a player? Is this person's intentions towards me just sexual, that it's good for them? What is it that you want? And my 4 of Wands is a future. For those of you that want to have, build a life with somebody, a marriage, build a home, build a foundation. You see yourself with somebody for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years or more. So first question is, what is it that you want? And when they're in that hermit state and they're saying, I need time alone, instead of spinning your wheels with trying to see what they're thinking and feeling all the time, I want you to ask yourself, and what your energy is this person good enough for me? Is this energy good enough for me? Is this somebody who's going to stand by my side? Is this somebody who, no matter what, is going to be there for me? Is this somebody who respects me? Is this somebody that it's not all about them? Because that alpha male energy has a tendency to be egotistical. They're good looking, they're successful, and they always have that kind of energy of, what, take it or leave it. And you have to be at the same vibration. You have to be equally strong, equally high value, that you're successful, you're beautiful, you're talented. And you at any point can say, take it or leave it. That at any point you can say, you're not good enough for me, believe it or not. As great as you think you are, as hot as our sex was, you are not good enough for me. Because I'm not going to be left waiting. I'm not going to be left with somebody that says to me, I'm not sure if I want a relationship with you. Really? Okay. Well, I'm going to look for somebody who does want a relationship with me, who would be proud to say that I'm their girlfriend. So when you start chasing people who have this energy of, I'll see where it goes. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I'll just move on to the next one because I can catch a lot of people. I like catching people. So this person has to feel like you at any point can do the same thing. And that's when they kind of take a step back and go, wow, I could really lose her. I could really lose her. And you know what? We do have a lot in common. And you know what? We are hot and heavy. And she's the best lover I've ever had. Or I really enjoy our time together. We have a lot of fun together. She holds my attention. She's interesting. She's smart. But when they start to feel like they could lose you, and that at any point you say, you know what, my options are open. I'm going to see what else is out there. And you're not putting all of your eggs in this basket, and you're not just kind of waiting for them to change their mind or somehow convincing them that you are it. That's when they turn their head because you're different than anybody else. They've never had anybody else do that. They've never had anybody else say to them, I think I could find something better, believe it or not. That just blows their ego. That's a punch in the face, a punch in the gut. They've never had somebody say that to them. They've always had women that would do anything to be in a relationship with them, because they feel like they are a good catch, and they probably are a great catch, but they're not a great catch if they're not in alignment with you. They're not a great catch if they're not in alignment with your values. If your values are, I want to have a future together, I want to live happily ever after, I want to be married, I want to have a family, I want to have kids, I want to have a dog, whatever you want. And if this person is saying over and over again to you, I'm not sure, let's just see where this goes. You know, and it's been months, and then it turns into 6 months, and then it turns into this back and forth relationship, and you start calling it complicated because they have you in their life, and then you find out they're dating other people too, and you say, and they said, well, I never made you any promises, we don't have that kind of a relationship. And again, if you don't like it, leave. And you're like, yeah, but I'm so in love with you. Take back that power, take back that energy, and love yourself first. Is this good for me? Is this what I want? Are you good enough for me? Because you are equal. You're not beneath them, begging them to be in a relationship with them. You are equal. You might even have higher values than them. You may be at a higher self-esteem than them. So don't settle. Give them time to decide whether they want to be in a relationship with you. And if they keep going down the path of, I'm not sure what I want, then you just say, well, when you decide what you want, let me know. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue to look for somebody who wants to actually be in a committed relationship. I don't want to waste my time anymore, which is really what it is. All we have is time. You sink 6 months into somebody, a year, 2 years, 3 years into somebody in hopes to change them, in hopes to switch them into, they're going to marry me someday. You are risking a lot of your time that you could be happy with who you're supposed to be with. God wants us to have this kind of fairy tale. He does. He wants us to feel secure and loved, and to be with our partner, and to have somebody that we're attracted to, who's charming, romantic, my lover. Spirit wants that for all of us. But we can't have just, they have what works for them and it's not working for me. So if you want this person or you want to get them to commit to you, so those are some steps and some guidance and some advice. You take some of it that resonates, leave the rest behind. That might help you in future relationships or may help you in the relationship that you're with today. But I have no doubt in my mind that when we start to stand up for ourselves, when we start to stand up for ourselves and we start to, take back our power, we make wiser choices. We make wiser decisions. So I hope you enjoyed these steps. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, thank you for finding me. Please comment below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and follow some of those steps. Somebody's saying, I'm not sure I want a relationship. Start to ask yourself why. Because I do. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.